What's up, family? Our word today comes from a few verses, but it's based on Jeremiah chapter 23. Now, within this chapter, it talks about the branch of righteousness, who is the Messiah. But most of this chapter, we see the Lord going in about the false prophets of Israel. Now, I've recently seen an increase of people saying they are prophets, which is okay. But because the word tells us, we have to know that some of them are false prophets. Jesus tells us in Matthew 7, verse 15, beware of the false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. I wanted to share some of the characteristics of these false prophets who were in Israel so that we can be and stay on alert. In Jeremiah 23, verse 14, the Lord tells us that the prophets of Jerusalem commit adultery and walk in lies. They also strengthen the hands of the evildoers so that no one turns back from his wickedness. Verse 17 tells us they continually say to those who despise the Lord has said, you shall have peace. And to everyone who walks according to the dictates of his own heart, they say, no evil shall come upon you. Verse 21 and 22, the Lord states, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel and had caused my people to hear my words, then they would have turned them from their evil way and from the evil of their doings. Verse 25 through 27 tells us, I have heard what the prophets have said who prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. How long will this be in the hearts of the prophets who prophesy lies? Indeed, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart, who try to make people forget my name by their dreams, which everyone tells his neighbor, as their fathers forgot my name for Baal. The Lord continues to go in on these prophets, but I believe we see a couple of consistent characteristics that we can be aware of when it comes to false prophets. They make it seem as if they are receiving this great revelation from the Lord, yet they walk in lies, prophesying in a way to make people feel good about themselves as if they don't need to turn from any of their wicked ways. These prophets allow you to do whatever the stubbornness of your heart wants to do instead of telling you how to align with God's word. They actually strengthen the hands of the evildoer and make people forget about the Most High. Word of encouragement today, family. As 1 John chapter 4, verse 1 tells us, test every spirit. Do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. Don't just accept what someone says is true because they are a good speaker and it sounds good to the ear. Make sure what these people say aligns with the word of God, his character, and points you back to submitting to him. Beware of those trying to tell you everything just to make you feel good. Jesus tells us in Matthew 7, verse 16, that you will know them by their fruits. Examine that. Stay vigilant. Don't fall for it. I love you guys. Shalom. Peace.